Sabbath.
God has unfinished business with the world. We don't believe.
No, that was just that. It would have.
You're yours for my good, always.
Your will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Thank you for this day. And our daily. And spiritual bread. Forgive us of our debts. As we forgive. Our debtors. And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From the adversary. For yours is the kingdom. The power. Even the glory. Forever. Bahashim Yahshua. Amen. Shema. Yasha'Allah. Ahayah. Ahayah now. Ahayah. Akkad. Shema. Yasha'Allah. Ahayah. Ahayah now. Ahayah. Akkad. Shema. Yasha'Allah. Ahayah. Ahayah now. Ahayah. Akkad. Bahashim Yahshua. Amen. Passover, y'all. Okay. Salt of the earth, yeah, we be the Hebrews. Whole nation watching what we do. Dancing like they we do what they do. Passover coming up, we gon' cut loose. Time to celebrate, get on the floor and dance. Remember our God in Egypt showed his mighty hand. Sent the 10 plagues, destroyed the Egyptian gods. Like work to our father, used Moses' rod. Hardened Pharaoh's heart, destroyed his dynasty. Sent the destroyer to kill all their firstborn seed. A great catastrophe, the whole country mourned. Everyone in the land lost their firstborn. They were anguished, including Pharaoh. Summoned Moses and Aaron told us to lead their land. They gave us substance, they go serve the God. Ahayah in the wilderness, as you have said. It's the Passover. 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 In the wilderness, sacrificing and praise my God. They got angry and interfering and heart is hard. He just complained to Pharaoh, said the work was hard. Let's get the Hebrews and force them to do their job. Pharaoh listened, commanded his army to prepare for war. 600,000 on horses and chariots. So he would teach us a lesson that we would never forget. Bring us back to Egypt to build the pyramids. They surrounded us, mountains on every side of us. Nowhere to escape, we had our back to the sea. A fierce army in our sight, wasn't prepared to fight. No man had weapons, most turned to fright. To the Egyptians and our people, we were an easy kill. Then we cried to our God, he said to stand still. He assured through Moses we get the victory. Then he showed his power, he parted the Red Sea. It's the Passover. 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 All our people escaped, traveled on dry shod. Made their wheels fall off, made they travel hard. He commanded his waters to come crashing down. And the horse and his rider and the sea drowned. We must forget this testimony, must teach our children. Every year we gather, keep this day remembered. Next to feast of sweet cakes or unleavened bread. It's time to rejoice, time to celebrate. Keep his commandments as we patiently on Christ's way.
I'ma need y'all to blow the trumpet. How can we ever forget? He about to do it again. Yeah. Look what he did for his people. How can we ever forget? He took us straight out of Egypt. He about to do it again. Father, get rid of the evil. We need to put down the same. Look what he did for his people. Look what he did for his people. Yeah. Look what he did for his people. How can we ever forget? He took us straight out of Egypt. He about to do it again. Father, get rid of the evil. We need to put down the same. Look what he did for his tore down the walls of Jericho. Did it by the voice of his people. We went to war with Amalek. Moses lift up his arm, we prevailed. Electrical fire from heaven. Messiah took the keys of hell. So Gideon 300 men give him trumpets. The God of Abraham who really wanted. Protected Dang, Ark, them lions did nothing. We had an Amorite dying and running. The father said hailstones and they crushed them. Open waters with the Ark of the Covenant. Pharaoh chariots, they really discovered it. Sign out still black at the top like some loving me. He gon' deliver us out of this land. He did it one, about to do it again. Ain't to the day, see your mighty hand. We reading your prophets and trust in your plan. Milk and honey, Father, we want the lane. I hold them fake Jews, hear what I'm saying. He did it one, about to do it again. He did it one, about to do it again. Look what he did for his people. How can we ever forget? He took it straight out of Egypt. He about to do it again. Father, get rid of the evil. We need to put down the same. Look what he did for his people. Look what he did for his people, yeah. Look what he did for his people. How can we ever forget? He took it straight out of Egypt. He about to do it again. Father, get rid of the evil. We need to put down the same. Look what he did for his people, yeah. Look what he did for his people, yeah. How can we ever forget?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Man. To the left, being straight. Let's get it, y'all. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
My people, it's the Passover. He about to do it again. It's a thing, though, y'all. The Most High command us to remember these days. Remember what he's done for our people. We're not here for this, just to be here and kick it. He has to be in our heart. We said last night that all our holy days is a testimony for us to build our confidence and our faith in our higher power. The Most High Almighty God, Ahayah. Thank you. Those songs that we just played explains it all. He about to do it again, as he prophesied, about to redeem his people and all those who have a contrite heart, humility, and serve our God as we must serve him in sincerity and truth. He about to do it again. Because we're going to read that we just didn't come out of Egypt by ourselves. Gentiles came too. So it's like this time we're going to our kingdom. No more oppression, no more servitude. We can never forget our history. I am Elder Ma'ad. This is Brother Iran to my left from Awakening the Highest Lake Church. Here through the Spirit of the Most High God, with another Sabbath lesson. Today we will be going over the Passover history, the history of the Passover. So we're going to stick to the script. Some of you have probably never read it, heard about it. But we're going to give you what the scriptures say concerning the Most High's High Holy Day, the Passover and unleavened bread. As our ancient people call it, the Feast of Sweet Cakes. So, want to always put our focus, as I said, on our mighty God, Ahayah. All hail Ahayah.
All hail Ahayah.
All hail Ahayah.
All hail Ahayah.
All praise and glory belongs to him, the creator of all things. So let's get it. We're going to just read the chapter so y'all can relax y'all fingers today. Y'all little fake notes.
Exodus 3. We're starting at Exodus 3. Starting at Exodus chapter 3, verse 1.
So we're going to go to chapter 3, verse 1 to 12:51. Okay? And we're going to get into the Jubilees, book of Jubilees too. Yep.
Shabbat Shalom to all those who are watching us. I pray that you all have a wonderful Passover. And I hope that you all stay faithful throughout the remainder of the Passover week. Eat no unleavened bread. Okay? I'm sorry. By eating no bread, nothing that's leavened, but make sure that throughout these 7 days that you eat unleavened bread, okay? Every day, as commanded.
Exodus chapter 3, verse 1 through chapter 12, verse 51. Verse 1 reads, Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Most High appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burnt. And when the Most High saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here am I. And he said, Draw not nigh hither, put off thy shoes from off thy feet, for the place whereon thou standest is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Most High said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of the land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites.
Now, right there, we're gonna go into our records and show whose land that really is. It's called the land of Canaan. I'm just gonna say it, but we're gonna read the scriptures, because Canaan disobeyed the Most High, and his father Noah, his grandfather Noah, and his father Ham, by taking a land or a lot that was given to Shem, and so he called part of Shem's land after his own name, Canaan. So a lot of people don't understand, when Most High took us out of Egypt, he took us back into the land of our father, Shem. Because what you understand, it's in the center of the earth. It's where prophesied God would dwell. That's where his holy name is at. And it was not for any other people to inherit it but our father and his children. So that's why these Gentiles were in our land, defiling it. And so the Most High wiped them off of our land and gave us our land back. He gave us our inheritance back that was stolen from us. So let's get it.
And in verse 8. And the Jebusites. Verse 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is coming to me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptians oppressed them. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
And also, this right here is showing those who believe that we're Egyptians. We're not Egyptians. This is a total different people. Okay? We are in bondage to the Egyptians. And Most High said he's coming, he's sending his servant to get his people out of Egypt. So we're not Egyptians, people. We Hebrew Israelites. Okay? It's because we have the same complexion, or you does not make us the same people. The rulers to be has deceived us and have made us believe because we share the same you as another people, that we're the same people, but we're not. Okay? Let's get it.
Verse 11. And Moses said unto God, Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt? And he says, Certainly I will be with thee, and this shall be a token unto thee, that I have sent thee. When thou hast brought forth the people out of Egypt, ye shall serve God upon this mountain. And Moses said unto God, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name?
What is his who?
What is his name?
What is his name? Okay, this is the only place in the Bible where his name is not deleted. Okay, and we gonna get it. Read.
And they shall say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? And God said unto Moses, I am that I am.
Now understand this: the Most High is not telling Moses' name is I am that I am. He's confirming that he's the God of our fathers. Okay, he's not saying that's my name. He's gonna tell Moses directly what his name is. Okay, that's 15.
14.
Okay, let's go.
And God said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel.
So now he's about to tell Moses his name. I am that I am is not his name. I am that I am. He said, I am who I am. He's confirming what Moses said. When I go and tell the children of Israel, right? Let's get it.
Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you.
Who?
I am have sent me unto you.
He said, tell them I am has sent you. You go to the Hebrew in the Strong's Concordance 19:11. It says Ahayah. Ahayah is his name. Okay? No matter what someone tell you, he told Moses his name is Ahayah. He didn't tell Moses, call him by some nickname or some other name. He said, tell them Ahayah in Hebrew. I am in English have sent you. But he goes further to confirm this. Read.
Verse 15. And God said, moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Most High God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob have sent me unto you.
See, he set himself apart from all his rebellious children, who the earth has been serving since the fall of Adam. Right? In Egypt, they was known to serve over 1,000 gods. Over 1,000. So that's what Moses said, wait now, Egypt, they got a lot of guys going on, people are serving. Who should I say you are? He said, I'm the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Egyptians was not serving that God. We're going to find out that Pharaoh never even heard of his name, knew nothing about him. So the Egyptians was not serving the God of our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So Most High is giving Moses his name at this time to tell his children who he is and what to call him. Who he is and what to call him. He didn't say, no, you can call me what you want to call me. No. This is my name, he said, forever, as we're about to read. Let's get it.
The God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob have sent me unto you. This is my name forever.
So let me say it again. Let me go to 13. And Moses said unto God, behold, when I come into the children of Israel and say unto them, the God of your fathers, the God of your fathers have sent me into you, and they should say to me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? See? So I'm going to go over again for you have clear understanding. When he says that I am, he's not saying that's his name. Or he would never say, tell them I am. He would say, tell them I am that I am is my name. I'm just breaking it down for you in simplicity. 14, and God said unto Moses, I am that I am. Moses said to God, your fathers, I am that I am. And no other. And he said, thus, understand that, and he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel. He's about to give his name. Thus shall you say unto my people. Who?
I am.
Ahayah in Hebrew. You know, the original language is Hebrew. People spoke Hebrew. Ahayah have sent me. See? Not Yahweh, Jehovah, none of the other names. Ahayah has sent me. Let's get it.
Latter end of verse 15. This is my name forever.
For who?
This is my name forever.
So his name won't change. He never said his name is Jah. Never said his name was Yah. Ahayah. Just because the Yah or the Yah is on the end does not mean that's his name. That's not what he said. Ahayah, the God of your fathers. This is my name forever. Okay? Let me ask you a question. As the Most High will ask you. What would you call your king? If we had a physical king, what would you call him to his face? What do you think would happen? You go to a king and call him by a nickname. See, to his servants, to his army, you're disrespecting him. Mm-hmm. You're making yourself equal to him. Oh, y'all that cool? You gonna go to the king and call him by something that he didn't tell you he didn't command you to call him? Mm. So let's get real.
Come.
Put some respect on our God's name. Ahayah. He is a God to be respected. He is the God of all gods. You are not like him. Think the angels calling him by nicknames? When they say the angels tremble in his presence, you think they're calling him by nickname? Like it's cool to call the Most High by a nickname or some other name? I promise you they will see the consuming fire for real. You don't disrespect the God of all gods. So let's make that clear. If, like you said, am I not a king? Where's my respect? You wouldn't go to a king. Even in America, people see it disrespectful to not call the president the president.
Right.
If you call him Biden, you know, it's not President Biden. When it was Obama, it was President Obama. They tell you to put some respect on their name, their title. So if you do it for flesh, why not do it for the ultimate spirit? Let's get it.
This is my name forever.
Forever.
And this is my memorial unto all generations.
This is my memorial throughout all generations. That's why we're going back, memorializing, going back to show you what he told our fathers his name was. This is a memorial of his name. Read.
Go and gather the elders of Israel together, and say unto them, Ahayah, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared unto me, saying, I have surely visited you, and seen that which is done to you in Egypt. And I have said, I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt unto the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. And they shall hearken to thy voice. And thou shalt come, thou and the elders of Israel, unto the king of Egypt. And ye shall say unto him, Ahayah, God of the Hebrews, have met with us, and now let us go, we beseech thee, 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to Ahayah our God. And I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not by a mighty hand. And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders.
All his wonders, mighty hand. So Most High is confirming. So when he does these things, no one is confusing who's doing it. You can't say that Ra did this. You can't say Horus did this. He hallowed his name. No, this is who I am. This is what I'm going to do. When Moses and them sang to praise to the Most High, they sang to the name of Ahayah. They wouldn't like no undistinct sound where people are calling them Ahayah, and some people call them Jah, some people call them Yah, some people calling them no, it was all in unison, singing to the same name. Read.
And I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders, which I will do in the midst thereof. And after that he will let you go. And I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall come to pass that when ye go, ye shall not go empty, but every woman shall borrow of her neighbor, and of her that sojourneth in her house, jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment, and ye shall put them upon your sons and upon your daughters, and ye shall spoil the Egyptians. Chapter 4. And Moses answered and said, But, behold, they will not believe me, nor hearken unto my voice, for they will say, The Most High have not appeared unto thee. And the Most High said unto him, What is in thine hand? And he said, A rod. And he said, Cast it on the ground. And he cast it on the ground, and it became a serpent, and Moses fled from before it. And the Most High said unto Moses, Put forth thine hand, and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand, and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand, that they may believe that Ahayah, God of their fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have appeared unto thee. And the Most High said furthermore unto him, Put now thine hand into thy bosom. And he put his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow.
What color is snow?
White.
So if Moses was white, his skin color would have not changed, right? Let that sink in for a minute. If Moses and our people were white, there'd been no contrast of color. It would have been no miracle. You just put your hand in the bosom, came out. Okay, what's that? It's the same as it was when we went in. Power imagery. Read.
And he said, Put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe thee, neither hearken to the voice of the first sign, that they will believe the voice of the latter sign. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also these two signs, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou shalt take of the water of the river, and pour it upon the dry land, and the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. And Moses said unto the Most High, O my God, I am not eloquent, neither heretofore, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. And the Most High said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I, Ahayah? Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee what thou shalt say. And he said, O Ahayah, send, I pray thee, by the hand of him whom thou wilt send. And the anger of the Most High was kindled against Moses. And he said, Is not Aaron the Levite thy brother? I know that he can speak well. And also, behold, he cometh forth to meet thee. And when he seeth thee, he will be glad in his heart. And thou shalt speak unto him, and put words in his mouth. And I will be with thy mouth, and with his mouth, and will teach you what ye shall do. And he shall be thy spokesman unto the people. And he shall be to thee instead of a mouth, and thou shalt be to him instead of God. And thou shalt take this rod in thine hand, wherewith thou shalt do signs. And Moses went and returned to Jethro, his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto Egypt, and return to my brethren which are in Egypt.
Did y'all notice something in verse 14? You see how the Most High don't like, he repeats himself, but he don't really like repeating himself too many times. He says something, he expects you to move. Like, hey, look, now I just showed you this, and I go and do what I told you to do. Right? It says, and the anger of Ahayah was kindled against Moses. See? This is the same one I was referring to about his name. He ain't told you what his name is. See? He don't really play like that. Right? The anger of the Most High was kindled against Moses. He already told him, look, who made the mouth? Have you ever been to put your hand in your bosom and come out and he put back in there? It come back to the first form. So obviously this ain't just no voice that he's hearing. It's actions behind the voice. Now look, I just showed you this, and I go on about your business and do what I say do. That's how the Most High really is. Okay. And knowing what's in Moses' heart, he already didn't send Aaron. You know what? what Moses is going to say. Still, his anger is kindled. Read.
Verse 18. And Moses went and returned to Jethro his father-in-law, and said unto him, Let me go, I pray thee, and return unto my brethren which are in Egypt, and see whether they be yet alive. And Jethro said to Moses, Go in peace. And the Most High said unto Moses in Midian, Go, return into Egypt, for all the men are dead which sought thy life. And Moses took his wife and his sons, and set them upon an ass, and he returned to the land of Egypt. And Moses took the rod of God in his hand. And the Most High said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand, but I will harden his heart, that he shall not let the people go. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh.
Now also we're going to read about that too. It says, I will harden Pharaoh's heart. We're going to show you who was really behind these actions. Read.
Verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus says Ahayah, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, Let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, even thy firstborn. And
what he promised him? Don't let my son go, I'm going to slay your firstborn. See? Them your children, these are my children. You let my children go, I'm going to kill your children. Read.
Verse 24. And it came to pass by the way in the end that the Most High met him and sought to kill him. Then Zipporah took a sharp stone.
Who met him?
The Most High.
No. Who met him?
Salakia. Satan met him.
That's why I'm going to read y'all some stuff.
Con.
Mastema, Lucifer, met him. See, that's why, again, they took out the name of God and put Lord there. So you don't know if it's talking about the Most High God or Mastema, who the world calls Satan. It angered Satan, or Mastema, as angels call him, as the Messiah called him. It angered him. He went to destroy the one who the Most High Ahayah was sending to redeem his people. But he had protection. So when I say what I say concerning the flea doctrine, I said the Most High had never led us out just by man. Moses didn't bring us out of Egypt. He was the physical vessel that brought us out of Egypt. But Moses had no power. Christ and the angels brought us out of servitude, out of captivity, just as they're going to do it again. Okay? So they didn't have to get on horses and, somebody buy a horse and go to land of Canaan individually. They came together under angelic direction and protection, just as the children of these people will do again. We'll be angelically led. It would not be of the flesh, but it would be of the spirit. The real Exodus. Read. Because here's my thing. You see who came and met Moses, right? Who they gonna meet you? Why do you think Moses survived this? He had protection. He was following the spirit. There's no protection when you follow in the flesh. Read.
Then Zipporah took a sharp stone and cut off the foreskin of her son and cast it at his feet and said, Surely a bloody husband art thou to me. So he let him go. Then she said, A bloody husband thou art because of the circumcision. And the Most High said to Aaron, Go into the wilderness to meet Moses. And he went and met him in the mount of God and kissed him. And Moses told Aaron all the words of the Most High, who had sent him, and all the signs which he had commanded him. And Moses and Aaron went and gathered together all the elders of the children of Israel. And Aaron spake all the words which the Most High had spoken unto Moses, and did the signs in the sight of the people. And the people believed. And when they heard that Ahayah had visited the children of Israel, and that he looked upon their affliction. Then they bowed their heads and worshipped. Chapter 5, verse 1. And afterward Moses and Aaron went in and told Pharaoh, Thus says Ahayah, God of Israel, let my people go, that they may hold a feast unto me in the wilderness. And Pharaoh said, Who is Ahayah, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
Who is who?
Who is Ahayah, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go?
See? Pharaoh never heard of him. But I want to read some out of the book of Jubilees right now. I'm going to read the whole thing, but since we own that, I want to get this. Out of the book of Jubilees, chapter 48. Okay.
So, like, before Israel became a nation and, like, the laws and, like, the priesthood and this stuff was established, there were priests that did, like, service and sacrifice unto the Most High, right? Mm-hmm. So, my question is it possible, because, like, naturally when people read the Bible and they see these people from these different lands, like Jethro, naturally people would think they're Gentiles. Is it possible that he was from Shem? Or was
Jethro? He is.
Okay, that was okay.
Yeah,
because it said he's the priest of Midian, so
yeah.
was he a priest that served the Most High?
Yeah.
Okay.
In my one Bible, I mean my one Bible I have, when it has the whole family tree, it's showing that he's from Shem. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Even his daughter is from Shem. We said Moses married. No. Let me see. I just seen it. Hold on.
He was at 48.
Yeah, I was over here though. I just saw it. Here you go. Verse 15. No, that's not it. That's something else. That's not the part we're gonna get to. We get it. Nope, it's right here. No, we get it. I get it when we read the whole thing.
Okay.
Nope, I got it. Yeah. Verse 1. It says, And in the 6th year of the 3rd week of the 49th Jubilee, thou did. Now this is the Messiah talking to Moses up on the mount. Thou did depart and dwell in the land of Midian 5 weeks and 1 year. And thou did return into Egypt in the 2nd week, in the 2nd year, in the 5th Jubilee. And thou thyself knowest what he spake unto thee on Mount Sinai, and what Prince Mastema desired to do with thee when thou was returning into Egypt, on the way when thou didst meet him at the lodging place. He did not with all, he said, did he not with all his power seek to slay thee and deliver the Egyptians out of thy hand when thou saw? So we don't go into it though, but we read the whole thing. But Satan has always been against the prophecy of the Most High. Okay, he's always tried to destroy anyone who the Most High used to redeem his people. Okay, and he showed no favor to the Messiah either. See, but let's get it. So it was not the Most High who met him to destroy him. It was Mastema, the prince of the world, the ruler of the world, the first one who sinned in heaven and led a third of the angels out with him. Let's go.
Verse 2. And Pharaoh said, Who is Ahayah, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not Ahayah, neither will I let Israel go. And they said, The God of the Hebrews have met with us.
Ahayah is the who?
The God of the Hebrews.
Is he the God of the whole world?
The God of the Hebrews.
So on the dollar, when it says in God we trust, the Americans ain't talking about the God of the Hebrews. See? And Mastema is where they put their trust. They don't know Ahayah. It's like Pharaoh, the king of this spiritual Egypt, don't know Ahayah. It's that Pharaoh did not know Ahayah. So in God we trust, it's not talking about the God of Hebrews. That's why the Most High made a distinction. I am the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of the Hebrews. See? Read.
And they said, the God of the Hebrews have met with us. Let us go, we pray thee, 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice.
And here's something I want to point out too. This philosophy or idea only came from the Edomites. They started this with the Grecians. In every civilization, every generation, every nation knew their gods. They never taught that they all serve the same gods. In Egypt, them was the gods who the Egyptians and them served. They had names for them. They didn't serve the same God as other nations. These were their gods. That's why the Most High say, have the nations forgotten their gods? No. But Israel has forgotten. They never, back in this day, every nation knew they served different gods. It would be the trick of Mastema in the end, see, to make all people believe that they all serve the same God. That has never been on earth. When you read the Bible, you see they telling you, we serve Diana, the queen of heaven. Make that make sense. You serve the queen and not the king. You serve, even in that sense, you're serving a lesser God than the so-called, if they was a king outside of the Most High, if there was a king of heaven and a queen of heaven, which it really is, you choose to serve the woman, the lesser vessel, the lesser God. That means that there's another God that's stronger than your God. Mm-hmm. Even in, in the pagan sense. The God of fire, not the God that created fire. In that sense, it's showing that there's a more powerful God than the God of fire, Moloch. We won't choose the most powerful one. But I digress. Yes.
Is it safe to say they got after the Tower of Babel when he gave them their different gods? I mean, like when they changed their tongues.
Who would Nimrod serve?
Satan.
So was that before or after the fall of the tower?
Okay.
See?
Yeah, kind. So, yeah, everybody other than the Hebrews.
Who did Canaan's children serve?
Satan.
Way before the Tower of Babel.
Kind.
Remember?
Yeah.
Who did Cain children serve?
Satan.
See? That was during Adam was on earth. When Cain split,
Yeah.
it says that all his children served these fallen angels.
And
So was that before or after?
Yeah, kind. I just want to.
That's what the word pagan means. The worship of multiple gods. They always serve the fallen angels. Satan is just the leader.
God.
Well, Mastema is just the leader.
God.
So it wasn't after they split. They always been doing this. And remember, the whole premise of them shooting they born arrows in heaven, it was to fight against the guy who created heaven.
God.
So when he made their men fall down, they thought they was killing angels. But it was their men. See? But let's go.
Yep.
Verse 3. 3 days' journey into the desert, and sacrifice unto Ahayah our God, lest he fall upon us with pestilence or with sword. And the king of Egypt said unto them, Wherefore do ye? Moses and Aaron, let the people from their works. Get you unto your burdens. And Pharaoh said, Behold, the people of the land now are many, and ye make them rest from their burdens. And Pharaoh commanded the same day the taskmasters of the people and their officers, saying, Ye shall no more give the people straw to make brick, as heretofore. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. And the tale of the bricks which they did make heretofore, ye shall lay upon them. Ye shall not diminish aught thereof, for they be idle. Therefore they cry, saying, Let us go and sacrifice to our God. Let their more work be laid upon the man, that they may labor therein, and let them not regard vain words. And the taskmasters of the people went out, and their officers, and they spake to the people, saying, Thus says Pharaoh, I will not give you straw. Go ye, get you straw where ye can find it. Yet not out of your work shall be diminished. So the people were scattered abroad throughout all the land of Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw. And the taskmasters hasted them, saying, Fulfill your works, your daily tasks, as when there was straw. And the officers of the children of Israel, which Pharaoh's taskmasters had set over them, were beaten and demanded, Wherefore have ye not fulfilled your task in making brick, both yesterday and today, as heretofore? Then the officers of the children of Israel came and cried unto Pharaoh, saying, Wherefore dealest thou thus with thy servants? There is no straw given unto thy servants. And they say to us, Make brick. And behold, thy servants are beaten, but the fault is in thine own people. But he said, Ye are idle, ye are idle. Therefore ye say, Let us go and do sacrifice to the Most High. Go therefore now and work, for there shall no straw be given you, yet shall ye deliver the tale of bricks. And the officers of the children of Israel did see that they were in an evil case, after it was said, Ye shall not minish aught from your bricks of your daily task. And they met Moses and Aaron, who stood in the way, and they came forth from Pharaoh. And they said unto them, The Most High look upon you and judge, because ye have made our Savior to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh, and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword in their hand to slay us. And Moses returned unto the Most High and said, Ahayah, wherefore hast thou so evil entreated this people? Why is it that thou hast sent me? For since I came to Pharaoh to speak in thy name, he hath done evil to this people, neither hast thou delivered thy people at all. And the Most High said unto Moses, chapter 6, Now shalt thou see what I will do to Pharaoh, for with a strong hand shall he let them go, and with a strong hand shall he drive them out of his land. And God spake unto Moses, and said unto him, I am Ahayah, and I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, by the name of God Almighty, but by my name Ahayah was I not known to them. And I have also established my covenant with them, to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their pilgrimage, wherein they were strangers. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Egyptians keep in bondage, and I have remembered my covenant. Wherefore say unto the children of Israel, I am Ahayah, and I will bring you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians, and I will rid you out of their bondage. And I will redeem you with a stretched out arm, and with great judgments, and I will take you to me for a people, and I will be to you a God, and ye shall know that I am Ahayah your God, which bringeth you out from under the burdens of the Egyptians. And I will bring you in unto the land concerning the which I did swear to give it to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and I will give it you for an heritage. I am Ahayah. And Moses spake so unto the children of Israel, but they hearkened not unto Moses for anguish of spirit and for cruel bondage. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Go in, speak unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, that he let the children of Israel go out of his land. And Moses spake before the Most High, saying, Behold, the children of Israel have not hearkened unto me. How then shall Pharaoh hear me, who am of uncircumcised lips? And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, and gave them a charge unto the children of Israel, and unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. These be the heads of their fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanak, Palu, Hezron, Carmi. These be the families of Reuben. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jakin, and Zohar. Shaul, the son of a Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon. And these are the names of the sons of Levi according to the generations: Gershon, Kohath, Merari. And the years of the life of Levi were 137 years. The sons of Gershon, Libni, and Shimei, according to their families. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, and Azar, Hebron, Uzziel. And the years of the life of Kohath were 133 years. And the sons of Merari, Mahali, and Mushi. And these are the families of the Levi according to their generations. And Amram took him Jochebed, his father's sister, to wife, and she bare him Aaron and Moses. And the years of the life of Amram were 137 years. And the son of Azar, Korah, Nepheg, and Zachary. And the son of Uzziel, Mishael, Elzaphan, Zithri. And Aaron took him Elisheba, daughter of Aminadab, sister of Nashon, to wife, and she bare him Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. And the sons of Korah, Asir, and Elkanah, and Abiasaph.
All right, hold on. Since we dealing with the women, the brother put in there, he says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. Okay? Do you go deeper into your research? Okay? Let me ask you a question. Would the Most High have Moses destroy thousands of his people for doing the same thing that he did? When our fathers start marrying Gentile women and having children, when he had Moses cut their heads off and place them towards the east, would our father have sinned and had Moses do to them for doing the same thing that he did? That's the same thing as the most. If Christ was a demigod, as the world teaches, he gonna destroy the fallen angels for doing the same thing that he did? Do your research, brother. Okay? Just because I know in the scriptures it talks about an Ethiopian woman, but I want you to ask yourself, could it be that it's referring to the land she's from? I'm not American, but you're not either. I'm a Hebrew, but I'm an American. Matter of fact, they call me an African American. See, do your research. I've done it. The Most High in him is no iniquity. See, that's what Aaron and Miriam was accusing them of, and the Most High was angry at them because he know who she is, who she was. Okay? Yes.
No, I just want to say the water because that's real enlightening. Like I knew it was something there, but like how that would confuse anybody. Like it's real enlightening for me, just because a lot of times in the scripture we see people called after their land, and it don't really specify their real nationality, but it starts to come out. It starts to make sense.
Yeah, and that's why that 1611 King James Bible that I have is serious. It has the family trees of all the sons of Noah. Let's get it. Yes.
It was kind of earlier, but I didn't want to stop up and read. It was talking about the overseers, like in chapter 5.
The taskmasters?
Yeah,
overseers?
The taskmasters. Were those also slaves, or were they Egyptian taskmasters, or were there overseers like? Yeah, the overseers, officers that were over the slaves. Were those also slaves, like what they call house Negroes, or were they Egyptians?
Let me ask you a question. Let me make this comment. I don't know who they were, but what it does says is that Pharaoh told them to make them go get their own bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying the Bible don't call them Israelites.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the other question that was attached to it was, because of what Moses told them, did the slaves have animosity against Moses for coming to tell Pharaoh that, and now they have additional burdens? Like, man, why don't you just...
They did that.
Okay, all right.
Yep. That's why the players came. That's when the players came. Yep. But it's my understanding that these are Egyptians.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we left, the same taskmasters and stuff was upset because they had to do the work.
Okay.
He said, "No, get the Egyptians to do it. I mean, get the Hebrews to do it. Okay. Get them to come back." Yep.
All right.
Let's go.
Verse 24, Exodus chapter 6. And the sons of Korah, Asir, Elkanah, Abiasaph, these are the families of the Korahites. And Eleazar, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of...
Where we at?
25.
I want to go back up to chapter 6, verse 2 and 3. Now, the Most High had just told Moses what his name was. He said, tell them, the Hebrews, the God of their fathers, my name is Ahayah forever. This is the memorial of me. I'm going to show you how these Jewish Masoretes put the name of their God in our Bible. He said, this is my name. He didn't say names. So you go to, it's the same thing I'm saying about the Ethiopian woman. We have to be careful with stuff. It says, and God spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am Ahayah. Now, the Bible says God not the author of confusion. Satan is. Now, he just told Moses what his name was 3 chapters ago. But they come back and say, and I appeared to Abraham, unto Isaac, unto Jacob by the name God, or the title God Almighty. He never gave them his name. He said God Almighty. It's a title. See, that's not a name. Those are titles, right? So it says, but by my name, it says Jehovah. Who put that there? The Jewish Masoretes did that. Jehovah is Baal. That's Yahweh. He's not Yahweh. Yahweh is Satan or Mastema. He didn't him come with all these names. This is my name forever. But they want you to believe that he has many names. He don't. One name that he gave Moses to give us. Give the whole world. This is my name. But see, that's where the confusion comes in, because that's them implanting stuff in our Bible, in our records. His name is not Jehovah. Yes. Oh, your person.
I'm glad you brought that out. And I just want to piggyback. That makes perfect sense, because like he told us in the previous chapters, his Ahayah is his name, and that's it. And now here it says by the name of, when it says they didn't know his name. So, and I had looked name up before. In the word, like the original word, it shows that it could be also talking about titles, but we know for sure when he said he's Ahayah, he's saying that's his name. And that's it. So it just goes to show, so people will see that it says name and think that that's when it, when it's not. So I just want to add that. So that made perfect sense.
What's the other one in Psalms?
My name is Jealous.
Jah. Oh. Let me see. Like right here in Psalm 68:4. Sing unto God, sing praises to his name, extol him that rideth upon the heavens by his name Jah, and rejoice before him. He didn't say that was his name. So a lot of people call him Jah and Yah because of this scripture. But did he tell Moses this? He told Moses his name was Ahayah. So again, the Jewish magistrates is putting the name of their gods in our records. That's why I said they took his name out over how many thousand times and replaced it with the title Lord. But they specifically put their name of their gods in our book to confuse us. So we can say he had many names. He does not. Jah is not his name. Yah is not his name. Jehovah is not his name. And this has, what scripture was that I brought out that one time about jealousy?
My name is Jealous.
34:14. Let's bring that out. So what I brought out one day through the Spirit of the Most High, I said, everybody want to argue what God's name is, but I said, nobody ever argued this because it's in the Bible, right? They told me, no, it says, seems his name Jah. It says his name says Jehovah. I said, well, okay. Exodus 34:14, it says, for thou shalt worship no other God. See, for the Lord, but his name ain't Lord. See? Whose name is Jealous. What camp is calling him Jealous? Like I said back then, no one arguing about that. There's no Israelite camp calling on the name Jealous as they God. It's in the Bible.
Come on.
Go back to the beginning. Moses asked him, when I go unto the children of Israel and tell them that the God of our fathers have sent me, who should I say sent me? God said his name is Ahayah. Go tell my people, the God your fathers, I am in English, Ahayah in Hebrew, has sent you. This is my name forever. He said, don't add nothing to it, take anything away. See, they added to our book. His name is not Yah, Jehovah. Or Jealous. He says, my name is Jealous, I am a jealous God. No, my name is Ahayah, and I'm a jealous God, or one that gets angry with those who sin. Let's get it.
Back to Exodus chapter 6, verse 25. Exodus chapter 6, verse 25. And Eleazar, Aaron's son, took him one of the daughters of Putiel to wife, and she bare him Phinehas. These are the heads of the fathers of the Levites, according to their families. These are that Aaron and Moses, to whom the Most High said, bring out the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, according to their armies. These are they which spake to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to bring out the children of Israel from Egypt. These are that Moses and Aaron. And it came to pass on the day when the Most High spake unto Moses in the land of Egypt, that the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, I am Ahayah. Speak thou unto Pharaoh, king of Egypt, all that I say unto thee. And Moses said before Ahayah, behold, I am of uncircumcised lips, and how shall Pharaoh hearken unto me? And the Most High said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt, and bring forth mine armies and my people the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Ahayah, when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt. And
that the Most High was not doing this in secrecy. He said that they would know that I'm doing it. That's why his name is so important. Because when he started judging their gods, destroying their gods, that's why the Gentiles came, a lot of them came with us, because they lost all hope and faith in their gods. That's what it's going to happen again in real time, in our time. He said the Gentile will put on the skirt of a Jew and said, we have heard that God is with you. Surely we have inherited vanity from our fathers. Their religion is vain. Because he's going to show out again. He's not doing nothing in secret, people. We're not leaving these lands, going back home in secret. The Most High ain't cut like that. He says, whole earth gonna know. Nothing that man is gonna try to do with their little technology that Satan and gave them, their little things, their little wonders and signs that they're gonna be doing can compare to what the God of all gods gonna do. The whole earth gonna know. He said that he loves us. And we are the people that he wrote about. Either you come with him or die. That's the God of this Bible. He's not sending nobody, giving nobody no money, get on a plane and go over to Jerusalem. So we're going to walk home with the Messiah. Let's get it.
Verse 5. Exodus chapter 7. And the Egyptians shall know that I am Ahayah when I stretch forth my hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. And Moses and Aaron did as Ahayah commanded them, so did they. And Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old when they spake unto Pharaoh.
For those who know what 80 is, or a score is 20. So that's 4 is 80. Score is 20. 2 score is 40. 3 score is 60. Okay? Let's go.
And the Most High spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when Pharaoh shall speak unto you, saying, show a miracle for you, then thou shalt say unto Aaron, take thy rod and cast it before Pharaoh, and it shall become a serpent. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they did so as the Most High had commanded. And Aaron cast down his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. Then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They also did in like manner with their enchantments.
So these are Pharaoh's counselors, his spiritual guides, his sorcerers. It's like in all these countries, the leaders have spiritual guides. We're going to read out our records and show that the evil spirits, these demons, give them power, give them knowledge. Let's watch this. We're going to break it down and let the Messiah tell you. But let's go.
Verse 12. For they cast down every man his rod, and they became serpents. But Aaron's rod swallowed up their rods.
So can a man drop his rod and it turn into a serpent? No. Can a man by himself get a stick, drop it on the ground, and turn into a serpent? So is God fighting against himself? So it's showing that these religious spiritual guides, is given power by other gods. See? Other gods. Not the God of all gods. These are the same gods that's blessing the world today. Everyone that the world esteems is getting blessed by these same spirits. They did it in Pharaoh's day. They did it in Nebuchadnezzar's day. They did it in Alexander's day. They doing it in our day. Everyone who is so-called in the world, who are the leaders of the world, these same spirits are controlling them and so-called giving them power, authority, and riches. They're using them to destroy the people. They're rewarding them. That's why many people came out and spoke about what they really had gone through. They signed their soul over to the devils. Why? Because they wanted everything. But once they get married to these demons, they find the demons don't really love them like that. It never ends. It's torture. Read.
Verse 13. And he hardened Pharaoh's heart, that he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. And the Most High said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened. he refuses to let the people go. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning. Lo, he goeth out into the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink, against he come. And the rod which was turned to a serpent thou shalt take in thine hand, and thou shalt say unto him, Ahayah, God of the Hebrews, have sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus says the Most High, in this thou shalt know that I am Ahayah. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. And the Most High spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod, and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, and upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone.
Now stop there. I told y'all a long time ago, this is how, when the man do something, he can't duplicate what the Most High does. I said so because you see a little picture over in Jerusalem somewhere, a little pond is red. That ain't God doing, that ain't no sign from God. When he does something, all the water is blood. Right now, this water in this bottle will turn it into blood. Read that part again.
That they may become blood, and that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt.
Throughout all the land of Egypt. So there's no misunderstanding going on who's doing what. And all these, and who's the fish god? Dagon. He's not just doing this, he's destroying their gods. Dagon was Egyptian fish god that they served, that they went, prayed to, sacrificed to, all that. So when this happened, when all the congregation of this God came into their temples, praying for help from their God, it was to no avail. To no avail. That's why some of those who was in that congregation joined the Hebrews. In every congregation of these gods, the Most High got him a people out. It's like he's doing right now. That's why I said, to the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. There's a certain number of Gentiles that will serve him. Then he'd be the God of the whole earth. He's not the God of the whole earth right now. Satan is. See? So he's not just doing these plagues just to do them. He's destroying their faith in their gods, destroying their gods. That their gods are vain, profitless. Read.
And that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. And Moses and Aaron did so, as the Most High commanded, and he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river.
Y'all see that? So even if you thought, okay, I got a vessel made of wood, so maybe if I make one out of stone, it won't turn to blood. Nope, that one too.
The wells and all, yeah,
Ain't no escaping these plagues. The Most High don't do, I say, when he do something, he do it for real. He shows out. So I said, what's coming to the earth, that's why it says when Messiah come, the whole earth gonna mourn. As the Egyptians mourned. Read.
And he lifted up the rod and smote the waters that were in the river in the sight of Pharaoh and in the sight of his servants. And all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And the fish that was in the river died, and the river stank. And the Egyptians could not drink of the water of the river. And there was blood throughout all the land of Egypt. And
now imagine them crying to their gods. You can bathe for nothing. All right, it's thinking like the fish.
And the magicians of Egypt did so with their enchantments, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened. Neither did he hearken unto them as the Most High had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house. Neither did he set his heart to this also. And all the Egyptians digged round about the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. And 7 days were fulfilled. After that, Ahayah had smitten the river. Chapter 8, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, Go unto Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus says Ahayah, Let my people go, that they may serve me. And if thou refuse to let them go, behold, I will smite all thy borders with frogs, and the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up, and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thine ovens, and into thy kneading troughs. And the frogs shall come up both on thee, and upon thy people, and upon all thy servants. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying to Aaron, Stretch forth thine hand with thy rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause frogs to come up upon the land of Egypt. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up, and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments, and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron, and said, Entreat the Most High, that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto Ahayah. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, Glory over me, when shall I entreat for thee, and for thy servants, and for thy people, to destroy the frogs from thee in thy houses, that they may remain in the river only? And he said, Tomorrow. And he said, Be it according to thy word, that thou mayest know that there is none like unto Ahayah our God. And the frogs shall depart from thee, and from thy houses, and from thy servants, and from thy people, and they shall remain in the river only. And Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Most High, because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. And the Most High did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields, and they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. But when Pharaoh saw that there was a respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. And the Most High said unto Moses, Say unto Aaron, Stretch out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beasts. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh.
So this is not this, again, man and beast. Get to understand who the Most High is and how he does stuff. See? His signs and wonders are different. So not only does, so you can't catch the flu and say that God did this to you. No, your dog will have flu, your cat have flu, your little hamster will have a flu. Everybody, everything. Okay? Read.
Exodus chapter 8, verse 19. Then the magician said unto Pharaoh, This is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said.
So they telling them, the God of all gods doing this. We can't do nothing against him. God of all gods, we cutting ourselves, we crying, all kind of stuff. This is the God of all gods, though. And Pharaoh, what?
This is the finger of God, and Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Most High had said. And the Most High said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to the water, and say unto him, Thus says the Most High, Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and into thy houses, and the houses of the Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. And I will sever in that day the land of Goshen, in which my peoples dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, to the end thou mayest know that I am Ahayah in the midst of the earth. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be. And Ahayah did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupted by reason of the swarm of flies. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron, and said, Go ye, sacrifice to your God in the land. And Moses said, It is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians to our God. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abominations of the Egyptians before their eyes, and will they not stone us? We will go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, and sacrifice to Ahayah our God, and he shall as he shall command us. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to Ahayah your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away, entreat for me. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat Ahayah, that the swarm of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not Pharaoh deal deceitfully any more, and not letting the people go to sacrifice to Ahayah. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Most High. And the Most High did according to the words of Moses. And he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. There remained not one. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let the people go. Chapter 9. Then the Most High said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh, and tell him, Thus says Ahayah, God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if thou refuse to let them go, and will hold them still, behold, the hand of Ahayah is upon thy cattle which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very, very grievous murrain. The Most High shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is the children of Israel. And the Most High appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow Ahayah shall do this thing in the land. And the Most High did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died, but of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of the Israelites dead. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And the Most High said unto Moses and unto Aaron, Take to you handful of ashes of the furnace, and let Moses sprinkle it toward heaven in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Egypt, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast throughout all the land of Egypt. And they took ashes of the furnace, and stood before Pharaoh, and Moses sprinkled it up toward heaven, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man and upon beast. And the magicians could not stand before Moses because of the boils, for the boil was upon the magicians and upon all the Egyptians. And the Most High hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as Ahayah had spoken unto Moses. And the Most High said unto Moses, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus says Ahayah, God of the Hebrews, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite thee and thy people with pestilence, and thou shalt be cut off from the earth. And in very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. As yet, verse 16, and in very deed, for this cause have I raised thee up, for to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
So he gonna do the same thing for these kings of the earth? He raised them up, all of them, to do what?
For to show in thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth.
That's Ahayah. Won't just be Pharaoh this time, be all the pharaohs.
Read. Verse 17. As yet exalteth thou thyself against my people, that thou wilt not let them go, behold, tomorrow about this time I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such as have not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even unto now. Send therefore now, and gather thy cattle, and all that thou hast in the field. For upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. He that feared the word of the Most High among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses. And he that regarded not the word of Ahayah left his servants and his cattle in the field. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch forth thine hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt upon man, and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field, throughout the land of Egypt. And Moses stretched forth his hand, his rod toward heaven, and the Ahayah sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and the Ahayah rained hail upon the land of Egypt. So there was hail and fire mingled with hail, very grievous.
See this ain't the hell that we see today. This is hell and fire mingled together, contrary to what science say is possible. Because fire supposed to melt ice, right? No, it's mingled together. It's from heaven. Yes.
Quick question. Sorry to backtrack, but so verse 12, and I guess really every time in the this story when it says, "In the Lord the heart of Pharaoh," that's Satan.
We gonna read
Because okay, yep.
We gonna read. That's exactly what we get done reading this right here.
Okay.
We gonna go through all that and
Got
and let Christ tell you exactly who it was. Yep. But you're right.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. Let's get it.
Verse 24. So there was hail and fire mingled with hail.
So this is something mankind never seen before. This ain't a regular hailstorm, people. That's why I said put some respect on our God's name, Ahayah. When he does something, it's something you never seen before. Because you see a laser beam come from the heavens, burn up something, don't mean it's from God. Because if God was doing it, the whole earth would be feeling it. That's from man. We would say the other day, artificial what?
Artificial space debris.
Yeah, about a meteorite. That's artificial. There's no such thing of a meteorite. Let's get back to that. But anyway, when Most High does something, it's special, unique. Right?
So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt, since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, was there no hail.
So even that, we spoke about the god called Dagon. He was also like a vegetation god. Okay, so all these gods, the Most High is destroying them. People are going to their temples, praying to their gods for help, to no avail. This is called the battle of the gods. Read.
And Pharaoh sent and called for Moses and Aaron, and said unto them, I have sinned this time. The Most High is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. Entreat Ahayah, for it is enough that there be no more mighty thunderings and hail, and I will let you go, and ye shall stay no longer.
And Pharaoh's not lying. This is how he honestly feel. That's why I said, imagine being in the world where there's no Satan. Right? We're going to read something to you shortly. Book of Jubilees. To see how deceitful, and powerful these demons are. That's how Pharaoh really felt like this. But it was for a reason. I'm just going to say this. He had no, he had no influence at this time. For a reason. So without the influence, he meant that. I have sinned. And I am wicked. My people are wicked. But shortly after, the influencer came. Read.
And Moses said unto him, as soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto the Most High, and the thunder shall cease, neither shall there be any more hail. Then thou mayest know how that the earth is Ahayah's. But as for thee and thy servants, I know that ye will not yet fear Ahayah. And the flax and the barley was smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was bold. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. And Moses went out of the city from Pharaoh and spread abroad his hands unto Ahayah, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and hail and the thunders were ceased, he sinned yet more and hardened his heart, he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither would he let the children of Israel go, as the Most High had spoken by Moses. And the Most High said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, chapter 10, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's sons what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs.
Read that again.
And that, verse 2, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son.
That we must tell into the ears of our children. This is why we're here. This is why we have to do this every year. Read that again.
Chapter 2, Salakia, Exodus chapter 10, verse 2. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son.
Grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
What things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how that I am Ahayah.
How he is the Most High God. Ahayah, our God. The God of our fathers. Showing that no kingdom, no king, no army, no robots. And speaking about that, I want y'all to understand something. Okay? For those who understand, I said this is the battle of the gods. Okay? They're in the sorcerers. They're in Pharaoh. But in our day, they're telling you something's called AI. Artificial, what is it?
Intelligence.
I say again?
Artificial
intelligence. They're telling us that the robots have the ability to think for themselves. Mm-hmm. I tell you, they're hiding the demons.
Got a vessel gone.
They're hiding the demons. They're hiding their gods. That's what they're doing. The same gods we're reading about right now, they're hiding their gods in these vessels. And they will be used to destroy many people. Because we're going to find out who the death angel really is. Who destroyed the firstborns? Okay? Let's get it. Yes. Good.
About the AI, so there's this thing called ChatGPT, and I've been hearing some stuff about it. I've never used that, but I got the Canva app, and they just introduced an AI picture generator. I used it a few times, and if you put in certain words, like even like hell or certain words, because of what it may generate, it literally will tell you can't use that word, even though it's not a vulgar word, because it'll generate something, so it won't even generate it, just because it probably can't censor what it might make, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, but that's true.
I'm telling you, they're hiding their gods. All an evil spirit need is a vessel. It can be in a toy, it can be in a dog. It don't matter. It was in the pig. It was in pigs. All it needs is a vessel. What do you think Chucky was? Let's get it.
Verse 2, and that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know that how that I am Ahayah. And Moses and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus says Ahayah, God of the Hebrews, How long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into thy coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remaineth unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which groweth for you out of the field. And they shall fill thy houses, and the houses of all thy servants, and the houses of all the Egyptians, which neither thy fathers nor thy fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve Ahayah their God. Knowest thou not yet that Egypt is destroyed? And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve Ahayah your God.
So know you not that Egypt is destroyed. It's destroyed. All, like I said, they are without a compass now. As Albert Pike said that how it's going to be in America. When they destroy Christianity, what they created. So people will be without a compass, without a spiritual compass, that they would willingly serve Mastema. See? They have the religion is the last hope. Going to their gods. The agricultural gods, the fish, everything they hoped in is destroyed. They are without a compass right now. Their king can't help them. Understand that. Their king cannot help them. Their armies cannot help them right now. I mean, you see it for what it really was. Just as it's written about the last days, people. Let's get it.
Verse 8. And Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve Ahayah your God. But who are they that shall go? And Moses said, We will go with our young and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds will we go, for we must hold a feast unto Ahayah. And he said unto them, Let the Most High be so with you, as I will let you go, and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Not so, go now ye that are men, and serve Ahayah, for that ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh's presence. And the Most High said unto Moses, Stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt, and eat every herb of the land, and even all that the hail hath left. And Moses stretched forth his rod over the land of Egypt, and the Most High brought an east wind upon the land all that day, and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts, and the locusts went up over all the land of Egypt, and rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they.
And these ain't your normal locusts. New creation. Read.
And rested in all the coast of Egypt. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such.
Say again.
Before them there were no such locusts as they.
New creation.
Neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees which the hail had left.
Created for this right here. Read.
And there remained not any green thing in the trees or in the herbs of the field throughout all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against Ahayah your God and against you. Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once, and entreat Ahayah your God, that he may take away from me this death only.
Think about it. They're fearing starvation. Pharaoh knows he ain't got enough substance to feed his people. Just want to put y'all there. The king can't feed them. He has not enough in the storehouse to feed the people. He's their last hope. Every green thing. Just like the cups, like I said, if I had a cup of water, it'd be turned into blood. You got to imagine, even in the storehouses, the locusts got them. Anything that was green, they got it. Just trying to put y'all there. You can see what the Egyptians was going through. Imagine that. Every source of food, substance, is gone. If pastor can't help you, Joe Biden can't help you. It's coming. So we have to teach these things to our sons, not sons' sons, so they understand the God we serve. That no matter what troubles that the world threatens us with, he's the same God that did this in Egypt. He promised to do the same thing to our kings. They can help themselves, people. That's why Christ says, fear him that can destroy the body, but that can only destroy the body, but not the soul. Because in the end, they can't help themselves, nor their gods. The Most High recompense all who has done evil to us. This is a memorial, people. So we build faith and confidence and trust in our God. So he's putting our mind there so we see. This ain't just happening. This is for real. Understand the climate. Understand what's going on. They got no light because of so many new locusts. They have no food. Pharaoh said, what?
Now therefore forgive, I pray thee, my sin only this once.
Imagine them running and crying to Pharaoh. Forgive this once, please. Go pray to your God. Ours can't do nothing. So you would think Pharaoh would have repented. Read.
And entreat Ahayah your God, that he may take away from me this death only. And he went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Most High. And the Most High turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts and cast them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the coast of Egypt.
See that? Go into the sea. They all went into the sea. They came and did what they're supposed to do, and they go in the sea. See, his creatures are obedient to him. Right?
But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go. And the Most High said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand toward heaven, that there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, even darkness which may be felt. And Moses stretched forth his hand toward heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye, serve Ahayah. Only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto Ahayah our God, our cattle.
So y'all see that the sun is not some what they call it? Science call it the sun.
Like a
big flaming ball of gas. Mm-hmm. It's an angel. That is obedient to the Most High. Told him to shine his light right where he told him to shine it. Don't shine over here. 3 days. If it was a flaming ball of fire, it just flaming ball of fire.
Right.
Precision. Boom. Read.
Verse 25. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto Ahayah our God. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not an hoof be left behind. For thereof must we take to serve Ahayah our God. And we know not with what we must serve Ahayah until we come thither. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to thyself, see my face no more, for in that day thou seest my face, thou shalt die. And Moses said, Thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face again no more. Chapter 11. And the Most High said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards, he will let you go hence.
Now we're gonna read why he gonna bring this last plague. I said the Most High recompense, right? We're gonna read that the Egyptians drowned over 1 million of our children. He says the exact number that you drowned of my children, I'm gonna kill yours. Hey, the Most High is nothing. It's not the guy to play with. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Let's get it.
Latter end of verse 1. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Most High gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus says Ahayah, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that ye may know how that Ahayah do put difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Most High said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. And the Most High spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
This month is the first month of the year, according to the Most High. That's why you can go outside and you see the trees button. The year begins in spring. Not what man tell you. The Most High said, no, this month, Passover, is the second Sabbath of the first month. Read.
Chapter 12, verse 2. Again, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper doorpost of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. Verse 8. And they shall
Junior, pay attention to class.
Exodus 12, verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is Ahayah's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am Ahayah. Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Ahayah throughout your generations.
Throughout when?
Keep it a feast unto Ahayah throughout your generations. He shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
For who?
Forever.
So why the Christian church ain't doing it? He said, for how long?
Forever.
Forever. Read.
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
Not only that, he said we have to teach our sons.
Come.
That's why we didn't learn this in Christianity. They was not set up for us. Why the Muslims ain't doing this? They're not serving Ahayah. See? They're not teaching that. That's why I said what I said about Martin Luther King. He didn't tell our people to teach our sons this. He didn't tell people this is memorial. We got to keep this forever. So how is he God's servant? Forever. Read.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to Ahayah throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Ordinance is a tradition. His traditions, not man's. Read.
Verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
How long?
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread.
People, please don't forget that. We must eat unleavened bread for 7 days. Read.
7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
Yes.
The precepts, but I'm just curious because of how it reads. So it says 7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. So it sounds like, well, at least it's how that's worded. That's why I say it's probably other precepts. But how that's worded, it sounds like it's saying on the first day you can put the leaven out, based on how it's read right there.
Yeah.
Yes, like on the first day. So like tonight when the sun go down on the first day, it seems like it's saying on the, like, you ain't got it. It's good to have it out before, but it looked like it's saying on the first day you can put it out. Based on that precept, that's all I'm saying. That's how it looked like it's read.
Okay.
Because usually like we get it out the day before, which is good, but it looked like it's just saying that first day you can get it out.
What's this day?
The first day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread is tonight, right?
Passover and unleavened bread are really the same thing.
Right. So when the sun go down tonight,
So this is the what?
today's the first day?
I'm asking you that. Think about it.
Tomorrow. I mean tonight, right?
Count the days.
Tonight, which is
When do the Sabbath, when the Passover and unleavened bread stop?
Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night. It'll be the last day. And tonight will be the first day.
When does Feast of Unleavened Bread and Passover stop?
When does it stop? Saturday night? Friday night?
Next Sabbath.
Next Sabbath. At the beginning or?
When the sun goes down.
Right. Okay.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we have whole convocation now and next Sabbath.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when the sun go down next Sabbath, it's over.
Right. Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
I'm saying, so, but it said on the first day, you can put it out. I was just curious.
Okay.
Like, it don't change nothing. We still do.
Okay. Yes, sister.
May I just say we put it out before we left because we're not going to be home?
Yeah, we didn't say that, but we're here, so we're gonna get it out before. Yeah, we're gonna get it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we want it done.
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Verse 15. 7 days ye shall eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No man.
See that? When the sun go down next Sabbath, that's when it stops.
She said it made sense because we won't be back until the 2nd day.
Right.
That was,
Okay.
And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread, until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. For Ahayah will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Most High will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Most High will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, It is the sacrifice of Ahayah's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians, and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshiped. And the children of Israel went away, as did Ahayah had commanded Moses and Aaron. So did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Most High smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne, unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptians. And there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve Ahayah, as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds, as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs, being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. And the Most High gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot, that were men beside children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them.
And a who?
And a mixed multitude.
A mixed multitude, other nations. Not just Israelites. These are the ones who said, we're going to serve the God of our gods. Read.
And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt. For it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry.
So let me correct what an elder said last year. He said that they forgot the things that they needed to put for it to yeast up. They didn't forget nothing. He said, why was the bread unleavened?
Because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry.
Because they was thrust out of Egypt because they had no time to wait for the bread to leaven. Not because they forgot the instrument that whoever, or no, they didn't forget nothing. Read.
Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day it came to pass, that all the hosts of the Most High went out from the land of Egypt. It is a night to be much observed unto Ahayah for bringing them out of the land of Egypt.
It is a night to be much observed. What?
Unto Ahayah.
Unto Ahayah.
For bringing them out from the land of Egypt.
For bringing our forefathers out of the land of Egypt. Read.
This is that night of Ahayah to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
Of who?
This is a night of Ahayah to be observed of all the children of Israel in their generations.
In all our generations. Let's get it.
And Ahayah said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover.
This is the ordinance of the Passover. Let's get it.
This is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof.
There shall no Gentile eat thereof. Okay? Read.
But every manservant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof.
And that's why I said we're treated as the communion. Because the circumcision was a sign of agreement of the contract or the covenant. So these are people who are agreeing to serve our God. Now it's baptism. So if a Gentile wants to partake of the Passover, they have to be baptized. See, that's the law. It's not me. That's what the Most High is saying. Read.
A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out of the flesh abroad out of the house. Neither shall ye break a bone thereof. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover of Ahayah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you.
God.
Thus did all the children of Israel, as Ahayah commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day, that Ahayah did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies.
By their armies. So Most High always opened the doors for non-Israelites, but they had to agree to serve him and do as he commands. Okay? Now I'm reading y'all some out of the book of Jubilees. I'm going to start Jubilees chapter 48, verse 1. And in the 6th year of the 3rd week of the 49th Jubilee, thou didst depart and dwell in the land of Midian 5 weeks and 1 year. And thou did return into Egypt in the 2nd week, in the 2nd year, in the 5th Jubilee. And thou thyself knowest what he spake. Now, this is Messiah talking to Moses on the mount. And thou thyself knowest what he spake unto thee on Mount Sinai, and what Prince Mastema desired to do with thee when thou wast returning into Egypt, on the way when thou didst meet him at the lodging place. Did he not with all his power seek to slay thee and deliver the Egyptians out of thy hand when he saw that thou wast sent to execute judgment and vengeance on the Egyptians? And I delivered thee out of his hand, and thou did perform the signs and wonders which was sent to perform in Egypt against Pharaoh, and against all his house, and against his servants and his people. And Ahayah executed a great vengeance on them for Israel's sake, and smote them through the plagues of blood and frogs, lice, and dog flies. Ever heard of a dog fly? And malignant boars breaking forth in blains, and their cattle by death, and by hailstones, thereby he destroyed everything that grew for them, and by locusts which devoured the residue which he had left by the hail, and by darkness, and by the death of the firstborn of men and animals, and on all their idols Ahayah took vengeance and burned them with fire. And everything was sent through thy hand, that thou should have declared these things before they were done. And thou didst speak with the king of Egypt before all his servants and before his people. And everything took place according to thy words. 10 great and terrible judgments came of the land of Egypt, that thou mightest execute vengeance on it for Israel. And Ahayah did everything, and Ahayah did everything for Israel's sake, and according to his covenant, which he had ordained with Abraham, that he would take vengeance on them as they were brought, as they had brought them by force into bondage. And the prince Mastema stood up against thee, and sought to cast thee into the hands of Pharaoh. And he helped the Egyptian sorcerers. We read that he gave them power, right? He helped the Egyptian sorcerers, and they stood up and worked before thee. The evils indeed were permitted them to work, but the remedies we did not allow to be worked by their hands. So Christ and the angels stopped them from the remedies. Okay? And the Most High smote them with malignant ulcers, and they were not able to stand. For we destroyed them so that they could not perform a single sign. And notwithstanding all these signs and wonders, the prince Mastema was not put to shame, because he took courage and cried to the Egyptians to pursue after thee with all the powers of the Egyptians, with their chariots and with their horses and with all the host of the people of Egypt. And I stood between the Egyptians and Israel, and we delivered Israel out of his hand and out of the hand of his people. And the Most High brought them through the midst of the sea as if it was dry land. And all the people whom he brought to pursue after Israel, the Most High our God cast them into the midst of the sea, in the depths of the abyss beneath the children of Israel. Even as the people of Egypt had cast their children into the river, he took vengeance on 1,000,000 of them, and 1,000 strong and energetic men were destroyed on account of one suckling of the children of thy people, which they had thrown into the river. And on the 14th day, and on the 15th day, and on the 16th, and on the 17th, and on the 18th, the prince Mastema was bound and in prison behind the children of Israel, that he might not accuse them. This when Pharaoh's heart was softened and stuff. And on the 19th, we let him loose, that they may help the Egyptians and pursue the children of Israel. And he hardened their hearts. Who did? It says, and he hardened their hearts and made them stubborn. So it was not the Most High. Mastema hardened their hearts and made them stubborn. And the device was devised by the Most High our God, that he might smite the Egyptians. He allowed them to do it. He may smite the Egyptians and cast them into the sea. And on the 14th, we bound him, that he might not accuse the children of Israel on the day when they asked the Egyptians for vessels and garments, vessels of silver, and vessels of gold, and vessels of bronze. See? In order to despoil the Egyptians in return for the bondage in which they had forced them to serve. And we did not lead forth the children of Israel from Egypt empty-handed. Remember the commandment which Ahayah commanded thee concerning the Passover, that thou shouldst celebrate it in its season on the 14th of the first month, that thou should kill it before it is evening, and that they should eat it by night on the evening of the 15th, from the time of the setting of the sun. That's what I was talking about earlier. For on this night, the beginning of the festival and the beginning of the joy, ye were eating the Passover in Egypt, when all the powers of Mastema, angels of Mastema, had been let loose to slay all the firstborn in the land of Egypt. Who destroyed them? Satan and his angels. Satan don't care for his own. But the Most High allowed them to do what his will was. Where am I at? He was over here. Okay. When all the powers of Mastema had been let loose to slay all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh to the firstborn of them, into every house on the lintels which they saw the blood of a lamb on the first year, into that house they should not enter to slay, but should pass by it, that all those should be saved that were in the house, because the sign of the blood was on the lintels. And the powers or angels of the most high did, nope, and the angels of Satan did everything according as Ahayah commanded them. And they passed by all the children of Israel, and the plagues came not upon them to destroy from amongst them any soul, either of cattle or man or dog. And the plague was very grievous in Egypt, and there was no house in Egypt where there was not one dead, and weeping and lamenting and lamentations. And all Egypt was eating the flesh of the Paschal lamb, and drinking the wine, and was lauding and blessing and giving thanks to the Most High Ahayah, the God of their fathers, and was ready to go forth from under the yoke of Egypt and from the evil bondage. And remember thou this day all the days of thy life, and observe it from year to year all the days of thy life, once a year on its day, according to all the law thereof, and do not adjourn it from day to day or from month to month, for it is an eternal ordinance, and engraven on the heavenly tablets regarding all the children of Israel, that they should observe it every year on this day, once a year, throughout all their generations. And there is no limit of days, for this is ordained forever. So again, I ask, why haven't we learned this in the Christian church? Where did I stop at? Right here. Too late now. About we done. Yeah, it'd be nice though. I gotta be smart. Where like I hate that. Okay. I'm telling you, I was struggling. Oh, this time, man, we had like. See, Egypt in the Israelites. Divided the light on us. And the man who is free from uncleanness and does not come to observe it on the occasion of its day, so as to bring an acceptable offering before the Most High, and to eat and to drink before the Most High on the day of its festival, that man who is clean and close at hand should be cut off. I'm gonna say that to our baptized members who are not here. See? Now y'all see why I said what I said? You can't pick and choose how to serve the Most High. That man who is clean and close at hand should be cut off, because he offered not the oblation of the Most High in its appointed season. He should take the guilt upon himself. Let the children of Israel come and observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, on the 14th day of the first month, between the evenings, from the third part of the day to the third part of the day to the third part of the day on the first month, between the evenings, from the third part of the day to the third part of the night. I read that twice. For 2 portions of the day are given to the light, and a third part to the evening. This is that which the Ahayah commanded thee, that thou shouldst observe it between the evenings. And it is not permissible to slay it during any period of the light, but during the period bordering on the evening. And let them eat it at the time of the evening until the third part of the night. And whatever is left over of all its flesh from the third part of the night and onward, let them burn with the fire. And they should not cook it with water, nor should they eat it raw, but roast on it with fire. And they should not cook with, I read that. They should not eat it, and they should eat it. They should eat it with diligence. The head with the inward. With diligence. Its head with the inwards thereof, and its feet. They should roast with fire, and not break any bone thereof. For of the children of Israel, no bone should be crushed. We're gonna get into how that's referring also to the Messiah. He said no bone was broken. It pierced him on the side to fulfill prophecy. He is this lamb. For this reason, Ahayah commanded the children of Israel to observe the Passover on the day of its fixed time, that they should not break a bone thereof, for it is a festival day, and a day commanded, and there may be no passing over from day to day. So we don't do this multiple times a year, we do it once a day, and to month. But on the day of its festival, let it be observed. And do thou command the children of Israel to observe the Passover throughout their days, every year, once a year, on the day of its fixed time, and it should come for a memorial well pleasing before the Most High. And no plague shall come upon them to slay or to smite in that year in which they celebrate the Passover in its season, in every respect according to his command. And they should not eat it outside the sanctuary of Ahayah, but before the sanctuary of the Most High. And all the people of the congregation of Israel should celebrate it in its appointed season. And every man who has come upon its day should eat it in the sanctuary of Ahayah before Ahayah. In the sanctuary of Ahayah. I think I read it twice too. And when the children of Israel come into the land which they are to possess, into the land of Canaan, we're gonna read that too. And set up the tabernacles of Ahayah in the midst of the land in one of their tribes until the sanctuary of Ahayah has been built in the land. Let them come and celebrate the Passover in the midst of the tabernacle of Ahayah, and let them slay before Ahayah from year to year. And in the days when the house has been built in the name of Ahayah in the land of their inheritance, they should go there and slay the Passover in the evening at sunset, at the third part of the night, and they should offer its blood on the threshold of the altar, and should place its fat on the fire, which is upon the altar, and they should eat its flesh roasted with fire in the court of the house which has been sanctified in the name of Ahayah. And they may not celebrate the Passover in their cities, nor in any place save before the tabernacle of the Most High, or before his house where his name has dwelt. And they should not go astray from the Most High. And do thou, Moses, command the children of Israel to observe the ordinance of the Passover as it was commanded unto thee. Declare thou unto them every year and the day of its days. In the festival of unleavened bread they should eat unleavened bread 7 days, and that they should observe its festival, and that they bring an oblation every year during 7 days of joy before Ahayah on the altar of our God. For ye celebrated this festival with haste when ye went forth from Egypt till ye entered into the wilderness of Shur. For on the shore of the sea ye completed it. So, where was I was going? Forgot where I was at. Here we go. Now, concerning the land of Canaan, we're going to read some of this. Out of Jubilees chapter 8, I'm going to start at verse 10. And it came to pass in the beginning of the 33rd Jubilee, as they divided the earth into 3 parts for Shem and Ham and Japheth, according to the inheritance of each. In the first year, in the first week, when one of us who had been sent was with them, and he called his sons, and they drew near to him, they and their children, and he divided the earth into the lots, which his 3 sons were to take in possession. And they reached forth their hands and took the writing out of the bosom of Noah, their father. And there came forth of the writing as Shem's lot in the middle of the earth. Read again. And there came forth on the writing as Shem's lot, the middle of the earth, which he should take as an inheritance for himself and for his sons, for the generations of eternity. From the middle of the mountain range of Rapha, from the mouth of the water, from the river Tina, and his portion goes towards the west through the midst of this river, and extends till it reaches the water of the abysses, out of which this river goes forth and pours its waters into the sea Meat. And this river flows into the great sea. And all that is towards the north is Japheth's, and all that is towards the south belongs to Shem. And it extends till it reaches Carousel. This is in the bosom of the tongue which looks towards the south. And his portion extends along the great sea, and it extends in a straight line till it reaches the west of the tongue which looks towards the south. For this sea is named the tongue of the Egyptian sea. And it turns from here towards the south, towards the mouth of the great sea on the shore of its waters, and it extends to the west of Aphra. And it extends till it reaches the waters of the river Gaon, and to the south of the water Gaon, to the banks of this river. And it extends towards the east till it reaches the Garden of Eden, to the south thereof, to the south and from the east of the whole land of Eden, and of the whole east. It turns to the east and proceeds till it reaches the east of the mountain named Rapha, and it descends to the bank of the mouth of the river Tina. This portion came by lot for Shem and his sons, that they should possess it forever until his generations forevermore. And Noah rejoiced that this portion came forth for Shem and his sons, for his sons. And he remembered all that he had spoken with his mouth in prophecy, for he had said, Blessed be Ahayah, God of Shem, and made the Most High dwell in the dwelling of Shem. And he knew that the Garden of Eden is the holy of holiest, and the dwelling of the Most High. And Mount Sinai, the center of the desert, and Mount Sinai, the center of the desert, and Mount Zion, the center of the navel of the earth. These three were created as holy places facing each other. And he blessed the God of gods, who had put the word of the Most High into his mouth. For the Most High forevermore. For Ahayah forevermore. And he knew that a blessed portion eaten, and the whole land of the Red Sea, and the whole land of the east, and India, and the Red Sea, and the mountains thereof, and all the land of Bashan, and all the land of Lebanon, in the islands of Kaphtor, and all the mountains of Shinar, and Amana, and the mountains of Asher, in the north, and all the land of Elam, Asher, and Babel, and Susan, and Maide, well, and all the mountains of Ararat, and all the regions beyond the sea, which is beyond the mountains of Asher, towards the north, and blessed and spacious land, a blessed and spacious land, and all that is in it is very good. And for Ham came forth the second portion beyond. So I'm gonna skip that and go back. I'm gonna go to chapter 9. Let me read this part though. It's just chapter 8. it says, verse 29 in chapter 8, this is the land which came forth for Japheth and his sons as the portion of his inheritance which he should possess for himself and his sons, and for their generation forever. 5 great islands and a great land in the north. But it was cold, and the land of Ham is hot. And the land of Shem is neither hot nor cold, but it is of a blending cold and heat. Chapter 9, and Ham divided among his sons, and the first portion came forth for Cush. Right? So I'm going to go down to verse 14. And thus the sons of Noah divided into their sons in the presence of Noah their father, and he bound them all by an oath, imprecating a curse on everyone that sought to seize the portion which had not fallen to him by his lot. And they all said, so be it, or Amen. For themselves and their sons forever throughout their generations till the day of judgment, on which the Ahayah should judge them with a sword and with fire. For all the unclean wickedness of their errors, wherewith they have filled the earth with transgression and uncleanness and fornication. And in the 3rd week of this Jubilee, the unclean demons, I'm going to go further. Let me see. Right here. Chapter 10, verse 29.